Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Everything you know or think you know is about to be questioned. Be who you are, not who the world wants you to be. Get your mind blown. When was the last time you had your mind blown? For me, it was in 2011 when I left my job. I was heading into the unknown. I said, I am gonna live my own path. People thought I was going crazy. I thought I was going crazy, but deep down, I knew that that was the only way to reconnect back to my authentic self. If you have a list and I say, write down who you are, you may write, I am a student, I am a banker, I am someone that just likes to laze around in nature. But this is what you do, it's not who you are. So that's the realization I came across back then, that I am so much more than what I've been told. And it's scary, but at the same time, it was liberating, because I realized that I had to let go of this identity. That is how to blow your mind and reconnect back to the authentic self. That's what's helped me along my journey. Right now, you have so many sports, entertainment, but many of us, we're going out, we're not going in. And letting go of this identification, whether it's through the nationality we have, through our name, all of those things have been given to us, but they are not coming from us. So I got a piece of paper and I wrote down, who am I? And it was scary what happened to the piece of paper, because all of a sudden it was blank. I didn't even know who I was, because my whole life I was living for other people. Then I said, skating, that's what I love to do. Being in nature, that's what I love to do. And this helps me be more authentic, to connect with amazing people every single day. This is what I love to do, to have fun. Authority was an amazing epiphany in blowing my mind, because for so long I had looked to other people for answers. Then I realized they were just as lost as me. In fact, we're all lost and just trying to find our way. But it's liberating for me when I just realized that once we let go of all of this authority, what people are telling us, then we move into our authentic space. We start to hear ourselves. Being curious blew my mind, because if you place a book in front of me, I'm gonna look straight in the middle, then the back, and then the start. That's how I do things, in a very strange order. But the more we are curious, we start to question our belief system. And that is how to blow your mind. That's what's helped me. Because anything I say is just coming from my subjective reality. That's why the truth can't be told, it has to be realized. And I love the time I am living in right now, because I'm just seeing what matters most. I know that I don't want to get too serious here. I want to have fun. I see that the whole of the world is a stage. And reconnecting back to your authentic self is where you take off the mask without fear. It's also where we realize we're living in a transient universe. And that's what blows my mind. You're not gonna get out of life alive. So therefore, it helps me reconnect back to my childlike nature. I did the water dance. Now I am going to do the nature dance. Just click. Just click. Just click. That's the nature dance for you. To loosen up, moving into our bodies helps to blow our mind, because the more stiff we are, this is showing us that there is an energetic block. And so many of us, we confuse our jobs for who we are, our family relationships for who we are. Someone tells us we are awful. Someone tells us we are great. But how do we see ourselves? That is how to blow our minds. To let go of any preconceived ideas we have about ourselves and other people. I get my mind blown when I'm sitting in nature, arms out, feeling the ground beneath me, and then I hear a voice. Hey, Ralph. I listen. What's up? Do you know that life is one massive party? And I say, yes. That's why I'm here. And it feels amazing, because so many of us, we are striving to reach this unobtainable goal when everything we need is within ourselves. And that has helped me to let go of guilt, depression, anxiety, just to say that I am enough. And it blows my mind all the time just to see that the whole meaning of life is what you make it. And for me, it is pure relaxation. It is pure fun. What else is there to do? It is pure expansion. It is no more feeling sorry for ourselves. I get my mind blown when I let go of separation to say, okay, I can talk to anybody because I am connected to everyone. What am I afraid of? I get my mind blown when I'm eating amazing organic foods full of phytonutrients, because I realize that this is giving me superhuman powers, is charging me up. That's why I can keep making and producing. It's showing me that once I let go of the attachments my mind has created, now there is no concept of possible or impossible. There is no concept of good or bad. It's just actions and consequences. I'm letting go of that duality 100% once my mind is blown. Because the mind loves to give us a moral code how to live. But the heart isn't concerned with that. And it's liberating. It's also a scary journey. It was for me, just to see how stuck I was in my mind. And then I realized the mind is almost like a ventriloquist. And the job of a ventriloquist is to talk on our behalf. But the person controlling the dummy is really the authentic one. The dummy is just a mouthpiece. But what's happened is most of us are living through our dummy, which is the persona, the mask, when it's all an act. And we have to start reconnecting back to that authentic voice. We don't need the dummy when we have the real deal, baby. Loosening up, I see in a very clear way why I came here. And I can only talk for myself. And that is for the sole reason to turn around, to breathe in fresh air, and to let go of society's expectations. Come on. The mind serves as a filter to show us the world, but the filter can never show us the total reality of life. Therefore, I always see that the mind is flawed, and in getting my mind blown, it is wonderful for me to let go of these limiting belief systems. I talk to a lot of people every single week in consultations regarding relationships, and a massive theme is that people's partners are changing. They're changing. The ideas we have of someone in relationships is forever changing. And when we connect to that person on a heart level, that is the foundation to create longevity in a relationship. When we can let go of all of these expectations the mind has created about that person, we free ourselves. We also help the other person free themselves. No matter how far they wander, if they are meant to be with you, they will, because a heart connection can never fade away. Never, ever, 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 ever. I don't think so. Not today, not any day. Relaxation is what you are. Stress is what you think you should be. You can find me in those stress-free zones, kicking back, feet up, mango juice, drinking it nicely. I used to be in those stress zones, and I was a nervous wreck. I was worse than that. I never even had hair. I used to cut it off back then. But what I found is that my creativity began to grow exponentially when I was in that relaxed state. And the alpha brainwave states helps us to create magnificence. That's why artists, what allows them to create these masterpieces is that they have the time to relax, to pay attention to detail. Because when we are stressed, we are on autopilot. We are like automatons. And for me, letting go of all of that junk blew my mind. And it allowed me just to start moving more into my body. It gave me a deeper appreciation for who I am and who other people are. And that bird is making a beautiful noise. You see how I just paid attention to that? All because I am in that relaxed state here in nature. Must be that. Definitely. Yes. Okay, you can stop now. I said stop! Relax, Ralph. Okay. I see the mind as software, programming. Therefore, I can't trust it because to me, the mind is a liar and the heart knows the truth because the mind is all about beliefs. The heart is all about the unknown. That's why there's no fear. The fear is in the known, which is the great paradox. We've all had a what the hell was that moment? Maybe you saw a UFO. You were talking to someone and they turned out totally different from what you expected. What the hell was that? That's where the programming begins to break down and you get your mind blown and now you enter your heart space. I love the time we are living in, just to see how so many people are embracing their originality, their uniqueness. Because with all of this pressure, to become like someone else, we can never be free. We can never get our mind blown unless we are prepared to accept ourselves 100%. Share with me your what the hell was that moment? Because when the programming begins to break down, that's when we really get a glimpse of the infinite. What the hell was that? Wow. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is who had the most fun. We're here in nature, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.